Have you ever seen such badassery just walking around? I don't know. And look who's leading them on horse. The redhead himself. Wulfric makes redhead looks too good, honestly. Look at him. Badass. What are we fighting? Ooh. Dark Elves. She's on a manticore. Dark Sorceress on a manticore. That manticore looks badass. Kinda makes me want to try Dark Elves. But let's get to it. Get into the fight right away. On the Mountains of Morn. Hiding in the trees, Norscan Ice Wolves, Marauder Champs, and some armored Skin Wolves. We got some Hunters in the back line for some support, and Marauders in the front to try to take the second objective. On my first, we'll take that with Wulfric. And we'll see what happens when we got in reserve. LegionHeir coming in with some chariots into the woods. Well, no, they're not not into the woods. My bad. Chariots on the side trying to weaken down my champs, which is a fair. They're still shielded though, heavily armored, but I don't know. Those chariots, I don't know. We'll see what happens. And it looks like we're gonna take this objective no problem. We outnumber them, but bleak swords are no joke. I need to get those Marauder Hunters with throwing axes in there so they can do some shield sundering and armor piercing. It's gonna do work. He comes in, dread spears and bleak swords, but the champions can hold both, no problem. Especially with the Norscan Ice Wolves as support, and as fast as they are, that flank attack is gonna be beautiful. Honestly, lower boats right now would be nice. Bam, right through both of them. Skin Wolves coming in to chase anything off. Love this. Skin Wolves regenerate and take those bullets like no problem from those chariots. Just wasted ammo at that point. Even with Dread Spears coming in on the side, we still got stuff. Harpies coming in, trying to deal with my firing missile units. Lower boats, let's go. Here we go. Oh no, Screaming Skull. Oh, I summoned a Fire Sorcerer. Even better. I know it's the best part. This bounces. Beautiful. Apparently bounced into my own Marauders. Whoops. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Harpy's trying to deal with my Manticores now. Good. Manticore almost took out his... Ooh, man. Yeah, spells in the Mountains of Morn in this area is pretty dank. I've learned that the catapult, Screaming Skull catapult, my bad. The Flaming Skull actually does work if you can get it to bounce and just... Bam, right there. Kind of like what it was doing earlier. Manticore's almost... pretty much going to try to take out his Sorceress. I have the double Manticore ready in case he brought Malekith. But on this map, I don't know about Malekith. Malice would have been better, but LegionHeir says Malice isn't. He didn't find it worth it. Although they're solid units, Malekith and that, he feels like he gets the same amount of value with his Sorceress, which is fair. But value isn't everything. Especially when you have defensive units who usually don't get their value. But they hold objectives very well. Points and objectives, that's what it is. Chasing off those chariots with Ice Wolves. They must be on a skirmish mode. And unfortunately those hand crossbows are going to do more damage to the Harpies than they are the Manticores, seeing as how they're covering them. But those Manticores are going to fight. While they're fighting, keeping all those... at least 4 units busy. We're going to be trying to hold off onto this center objective. Coming back with the Norscan Ice Wolves. Manticore trying to get into my missile units. And some of those missile units are anti-large, so we'll see. Oh, yep. Manticore's going to get surrounded, but he's distracting 6 of my units, so that's fair. We're almost even, if it wasn't for me being up in value. Looks like my Sorcerer's doing work along with Wulfric himself. I'm saying I'm gonna get this objective, but it's not happening yet, and on top of that, looks like he's doing pretty good. Another Screaming Skull? Yeah, boy, that should take care of his highly elite units. I've noticed Legion likes to bring his elite units, so I bring in the Flaming Skulls. Oh, it's so good. He's got a spell on my poor Wulfric, unfortunately. I believe that was the Rampage one. I don't fight Dark Sorcerers too often, so I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah, everything there is going to suffer. Melee defense lowered, yeah, it's going to be bad. Bad news for Wulfric. But it's not too bad. If anything, Screaming Skull would have been nice right there, too. And all I did was bring Screaming Skull into this sorcerer. I wanted to keep him cheap. I wanted to keep him burning. Ooh, that wasn't a bad spell. Did some serious work, but my boys are still in it. We're going to reinforce now with wolves and spears and axes. I should take care of these sisters. Along with those ice trolls are going to make short work of them. Their melee defense is solid, their melee attack is pretty great, but against dogs and trolls, it's going to be easy work. Generating trolls. Yeah, poor sisters. I wouldn't have spent money on those. 2 glass cannony. Chariots in the forest. Not good, not good. More trolls coming in to deal with these boys. What are those? More bleak swords? Can't tell. Yeah, it looks like bleak swords. Unless they're black corsairs. No, there are bleak swords. Yeah, trolls are gonna make short work of them too. Just not so good priority targeting. Which is a surprise. LegionHeir usually is on point with that, and he kicks my ass. Gonna keep the Marauder Champions on the first objective, blocking out any sneaky plays he tries to do, and with those Marauder Champions there, I should hold quite well. I don't have to worry about that objective for a while, even if he tries to overwhelm it. Another spell does solid work, but it's a little short in my opinion. Even with that said, I'm still feeling it. We're not out of the woods yet. Actually, we're in the woods. Cold One Knight's coming in. That's going to be a problem. I'm going to need lots of my missile units to go deal with those while these trolls and skin wolves come back to reinforce. Because if those stay there, that's going to be a problem. Once they engage, the missile units come in. These ice trolls try to fend off any of the chariots and or Dark Riders, yeah. Norsca Ice Wolves will chew through those. Along with Wolfric giving the bonus to melee attack and leadership, yeah, that's going to be short work. And eventually we'll get to his back line. Yep, we make sure those Cold One Knights eat him. Yeah. Skid Wolves and Trolls, it's too much for them to handle. We were talking about that after the game, just like thinking the Cold One Knights should just pounce on Skin Wolves, which is fair, they should beat Skin Wolves outright. But the problem is it wasn't a 1v1. He might have been talking about armored Skin Wolves, because we'll see later that Cold Ones versus armored Skin Wolves is a totally different story, 1v1. But yeah, when you got huge armor piercers and anti-large on top of regeneration, it's not going to be easy for anyone. Yep, we're putting them back. Executioners aren't bad, but against these wolves, we're going to do work. And it looks like my Screaming Skull, or Flaming Skull missed. Or did it? Watch it bounce. Well, we got some value out of it. I'd rather have some value than none. Wolfric's sitting there doing what he's supposed to do. We got some Beast of Tashnir, which really shouldn't be going up against. I thought I sent in regular Ice Wolves. Must have been a misclick. Burial Manticore still trying to bother my backline, which is doing alright. We're going to get rid of it eventually. I'm even willing to trade Wolfric here just to get the second objective at this point, because we're falling behind too much. But the Trolls and Skin Wolves can hold this real well. Even the Cold One Knights can't get through. Good. It's too much mass. Bring in the Marauder Champs to the center because I need to. Need to get some points. We're losing too many units. Bring in more Marauders to reinforce. And it's looking good. Looking good, boys. Love it. Wolfric, get out of there. You're badass, but you're not invincible. And he's got his maxed out physical resistance, so that's good. I'll keep him alive for sure. Long enough to get him out. Yeah, Skin Wolves with physical resistance and regeneration. He wasn't aware that that's what they were. He doesn't fight Norsca too often. I don't blame him. Norsca's a pretty badass faction. Love me some Monster Hunters. Yeah, in the beginning, I didn't even want to bother with Norsca with how many rushdown factions there are. I was like, I don't need any more of these. But then I started seeing how they were on sale. I was like, you know what? Let's give them a shot. $5, I'm down. And boy, was it fun. And was it worth it? Keeping armored Skin Wolves in the forest. Hidden so in case he tries to be sneaky. Probably send in something like Cold One Knights or Dark Riders. Because I know Legion at this point, he likes to send in those boys. And here we go, Maws of Savagery. Now this is where it gets good. Armor piercing, large regeneration, big physical resistance, fury. Immune to psychology, these things got it all. These boys can fight. Ugh, look at that. Wulfric's still alive. We got the second objective. We're going to try to make a way for a third. More Black Corsairs, I believe. Yeah, I don't know about bringing in Black Corsairs. I don't know, buddy. I wouldn't have made that move. Harpies trying to get on top of Wulfric. Unfortunately, Harpies aren't really that good. Especially once you bring in the Skin Wolves to deal with them. And Skin Wolves aren't great against Harpies, but they'll get the job done. Wulfric's still able to fight with that physical resistance on top of that. Man. I mean, yeah, Harpies are only really good at tying down missile units, honestly. They're not really going to kill anything. They say that, but then you have these Dark Raiders or Cold One Knights. I can't really tell with the woods in the way coming in. Tried to get in my back line. But we got so many Marauders. It's going to be a while before he takes anything. And the Champions. The Champions should be getting in there blocking them. Get out of there, Wulfric. Here we go. Armored Skin Wolves beating up Dread Spears, no problem. Any damage they do, will just regenerate it. Yeah, they're going to tear through them quick. Poor boys. And with what hunters I have left, yeah. That is what it is. Gonna try to call back and bring in whatever units I can. Ooh, and my trolls from earlier get beat down by those Dark Shards. Ooh, nice. Was expecting Dark Shards. And here come the Wolves, baby. And some Beast of Tashnar. That should clean up any large units he brings in. Yeah, this monster hunting faction will take out those Cold One Knights quick. Oh, they were Cold One Knights. Yeah, they're done. They're gone. And now we're gonna make way for the Black Corsairs. This is gonna be too easy. Oh, there's Sisters. Yeah, the Sisters are gonna be too easy. Even basic Marauders, I think, have a decent shot at taking on a good chunk of Sisters, or at least trading effectively with that physical resistance. Yeah, and they're pretty even in terms of, well, I say even. What I mean is the melee defense of the Sisters is the same as the melee attack of the Marauders. But then, once you get the physical resistance, and here comes what I was talking about, 1v1. Cold One Knights have more models, but they don't have physical resistance. They don't have that good fury. They don't have immune to psychology. I have to check back, just double check. No, they don't. Yeah. So they're going to suffer. They take out 3 models, and I'm already down to almost half of theirs. And we're still going. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he didn't know they had physical resistance. The regular ones don't have armor piercing, so I think if it was that, they would have won, but these Moss of Savagery, they don't mess around. They will cut through these cold ones. And we got some Norsca Ice Wolves coming in. Or no, maybe just Warhounds. We'll see. Dread Spears are ready to take on Anti-Large, which would be those Skin Wolves coming off the flank, but once they engage that flank, they're no longer bracing, and once they're not bracing, that means they're good to get charged. No, they're still moving? That's a shame. Once we're done with those cold ones, we move to those pew Dark Shards. And that should be easy work, too. God, I love Armored Skin Wolves. What's this? It's a flaming skull. Yay. Everything burns. Oh, how... Yeah, those are Dread Spears. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I just pretended like I knew. And yeah, we got all 3 objectives. And I think we're going to see a tap out real quick. He sent in some Dark Riders, which I knew he was going to do. And I snuck him right in. Well, he tried sneaking right in, but I snuck in with those armored Skin Wolves. And yeah, this objective's mine. I'll send the Skin Wolves back once they regenerate. Untire out. I got Champions, I got Wolves, we got Beast of Tashnar, we got more Armored Skin Wolves. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. Should be seeing a tap out soon. I keep saying that, but LegionHeir, he's a stubborn bastard. Oh no, once these wolves connect, yeah, that's gonna be it. They still might be RORs, but they'll still die to my boys. I like the way you die, boy. Goodbye, Dread Spears. Goodbye. Yeah, there's really not much he could do at this point. I'm too well versed in Norsca. He said he was good with Dark Elves, or at least he played with them enough, so I figured it'd be a fair match. And what do we got? Wulfric, he got pretty close to his value. Armored skin wolf, this was the one on the side, so it didn't do too much. Champion paid for itself and then some. These ice wolves did so good. Great at taking out those bleach swords and dark riders, no doubt. Some of these marauders paid for themselves, so I'm pretty happy with that. When your chaff units are paying for themselves, you know it's a good fight. Skin wolves and the freaking trolls, moths paid for themselves. Even the shaman sorcerer paid for themselves. Manticore's not so much. Well, the other one did. And these beasts were pretty solid. But yeah, hope you guys liked that. A little bit different, a little side curveball with these Dark Elf builds. Mine was, I think, a bit of a typical Norsca build. Maybe a little different, who knows. But yeah, if you like, please like and subscribe. We'll get more videos, we'll get more fights. We'll get you what you want, what you need. What you really, really want. But with that said, peace. Have a good one. Enjoy. Have a good week. Goodbye for now.